Welcome, everybody. This is Mr. Cannon here to talk to you for your senior project about the AOK, or the application of knowledge. So the first question we often get is, what is an application of knowledge? What do you mean by that? So our official definition that the AOK asks students to synthesize info from their research and then apply it in an original way. Not a super helpful definition. So again, we get the question, well, what does that mean? And so we're going to break it down to brass tacks. Here's what you get. You take what you've learned and you use it and you do something. We want you to do something, right? Create something, experience something, have an experience. Who knows? Maybe even change the world. It's the thing that you do, that during your presentation you show everybody, this is what I did. Check it out. A couple of the parameters, these are fairly straightforward. First and foremost, you got to connect it to your research. Right? You research for a reason. You're going to apply the knowledge you've gained from your research. So there's got to be a connection there. An 8-month journey, we'll talk about that in a little bit. We've already kind of talked about the act of doing something. And being high quality and original, these are things that you should really strive for. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in just a few moments. So you sit down and you start thinking to yourself, all right, I got to come up with this AOK. What are some of my ideas? Well, here's some questions that you can ask yourself. The first one, and really this is kind of an important one, that's why we put it first, is that has it been done by a lot of previous BHS seniors? All right, a good idea is a good idea, and it's okay if it's been done by other students before you, but if it's something that gets done every year, multiple times a year, try thinking about something that maybe is a little bit more original. I mean, at the end of the day, we want this project to be unique and important and meaningful to you as a unique individual. And so, if your AOK idea has been done by a lot of different people, try coming up with a new one. Here's the next question you could ask yourself. Could you do it without doing any research? We ask you to do research, and so we wouldn't ask you to do that if we didn't expect for you to use it. And so we want you to synthesize research plus act of doing something equals AOK. We want to see that come together so that it looks really cool in your presentation. Next, can you complete your AOK in one weekend? Now this one's a little bit tricky because let's say you wanted to host some sort of big event that happens on a weekend. That's not what we mean, because all of the planning and preparation for that stuff would take quite a bit of time. Right? We want you to do an 8-month journey. We're asking you to do this senior project over the course of most of your senior year. So it should reflect the kind of work that would take 8 months to do it. All right? So if you could pull it together on a weekend, the last weekend before your presentation, it's probably going to be a pretty lousy project and a pretty unfulfilling one. And you might look back on that and regret it a little bit. And so lastly, ask yourself these questions. Will your AOK produce tangible results? Will you have something to show us when you're done? That's really important. Will it push you beyond your comfortable limits? We say that a lot, and we mean it. We want this to be challenging for you. And will it require significant efforts to complete? Right, these are all the sorts of things that teachers and students talk about during presentations. We watch these projects and we're really proud of you for the hard work that you've done, but we want to make sure that that hard work is legitimate and really reflects the kind of effort that we hope to see from students doing their senior project. So if you answered no to any of these questions, think about changing your AOK idea. And one more thing, you need to have proof. And the reason for this is pretty straightforward. Over the course of the year, you're going to have to be doing some check-ins with your senior project mentor to show that person just what you've been up to, what progress you've made on your AOK. And then when you get to your presentation, the people who are watching your presentation are going to want to see what you've done. They're going to want to walk away feeling like you honored the process pretty well. So if you have this great idea, but there's no way that you can really prove that it's getting done, you might want to adjust your idea. Save yourself the time later on and don't choose a project that's going to be hard to prove up front, all right? You're saving yourself trouble down the road. Trust me. So that was my quick and easy screencastify of the AOK, or application of knowledge. If you have any questions, you can always ask your senior project mentor for help to figure out a great OK idea. Ask your friends, ask your family, anyone you can think of. Heck, you can even ask me. This is Mr. Cannon, signing off.